Hey guys, and welcome back to the 15th video in my Ableton Live 10 Basics series. Before we begin, just a quick reminder to leave a like down below and hit that subscribe button. This will help me continue to bring valuable content to awesome viewers like you. So before we freeze any tracks, I'd just like to talk about why you might want to freeze a track to begin with. And the most common case is that you are working on a project and you run into the issue of your CPU load getting way too high. And essentially it begins to cause lagging or artifacts during playback. A lot of newer plugins have fancy UIs and complex engines that can require a lot of CPU usage. This is where freezing comes in to save the day. When you freeze a MIDI track, it effectively converts it to audio, and playing audio requires much less CPU usage than running plugins. So to freeze a track, we simply right-click on the track. We come down here and we press freeze track. It's easy to do and it's really handy if you need the extra CPU power elsewhere in your project. Now I want to talk about the difference between freezing a track versus completely converting it to audio. Basically, the main benefit to freezing a track is you can come back and unfreeze the track, giving you access to your synth, your effects, and the MIDI in case something needs to be tweaked. In the event that you really want to convert a track to audio for purposes like resampling or something, you could freeze the track and then choose this option called flatten. Now this works, but I actually recommend a slightly different approach. Basically, what you want to do is first freeze your track, and then come over here and make sure you have a new audio track created. And then from here, you can simply highlight the part that you want to get the audio from. You hold Control, drag, and drop. Now we have access to our audio, but if we ever need to, we can come back and unfreeze our MIDI track. One more reason you may want to freeze a track is for editing or remixing purposes down the road. Because in the future, you may have updated versions of your plugins or even just not have the same plugins anymore. But if the track is frozen, Ableton won't care because what's being saved in the project is literally audio. If you go and share your project with another producer or another Ableton user, then it fixes the same issues I just mentioned. The other producer may not have all the same plugins as you, etc., etc. But if the track is frozen, it will still work just fine. The only caveat to that is they probably won't be able to unfreeze the track unless they just happen to have all the same plugins that you do. But regardless, they will still have access to that original audio. Alrighty guys, that's a wrap for this video. Thank you all so much for watching and have an awesome day.